Hello friends, now we'll start electric potential part 5th. Up to 4 lectures, we have discussed very important formulae, one or two most IMP theories. So before moving towards the next point, we just remember all IMP formulae. First of all, electric potential V is equal to, it is simply the work done per unit charge. After that, potential difference delta V is equal to also delta V is equal to W by Q, you know that very well. This potential difference can also be written like potential difference between 2 points VA minus VB is equal to minus E dot dr. And here VA minus VB, that means potential at point A with respect to B. With respect to B, that means B should be lower limit. So B to A. You know that very well. In this entire discussion, E representing electric field. Then last time we also derived potential due to charge. It is simply K Q by R. Today we will focus on these two formulae and we will try to solve some JEE NEET type of questions, fundamental, conceptual, we can say the applications. So we'll start with, we can say that first we can say the conceptual point. Last lecture, in lecture number 4, electric potential part 4, we discussed one numerical. You know that it is called neutral point or zero potential point. Just remember Q1 and Q2. Q1 5 into 10 raised to minus 8 coulomb, Q2 minus 3 into 10 raised to minus 8 coulomb. Two charges separated by distance 16 centimeter, you can see. We have to find position or we have to locate the point at which resultant potential or total potential becomes 0. So this one is the line joining these two charges. Then yesterday, you know that means in last lecture we discussed this numerical. Then you know that there are two probabilities or two possibilities. Number one, zero potential point is obtained between these two charges, and number two, just outside of these two charges. So this type of numerical can also be solved by using some shortcuts. So first we can say that JEE NEET shortcut of this lecture will start. Okay, you can solve this type of questions by using this shortcut. First of all, we'll discuss for internal pointer. What do you mean by internal point? That means potential, zero potential point is lying somewhere between these two charges. You can see it is called internal point. Okay, and this is, you can see that formula X is equal to D upon QL upon QS plus 1. This is the most IMP formula and that's why we write here धूम. ऐसे फॉर्मूला किस तरह अप्लाई किए जाते हैं, सो विल डिस्कस अबाउट दिस पॉइंट एप्लीकेशन. हियर यू कैन सी हियर x is equal to the distance of, we can say, the zero potential point. D is the total distance between these two charges. So in this case, what is the total distance between these two charges? Here D is 16 centimeter upon QL, L for large magnitude charge. Out of these two charges, which one is the large magnitude charge? Obviously 5 upon small magnitude charge, S representing small magnitude charge. It is 3 into 10 raised to minus 8. Minus 8 cancels, so only 5 by 3 plus 1. So plus 1 you can see. So X is equal to, if you simplify this portion 5, if you take LCM 3, this 3 will transfer to numerator. So 16 3 ja 48 upon 5 plus 3 8. So X here 48 divided by 8, that means 6 centimeter, because 8 6 ja 48, you know that very well. But if you consider yesterday, we can say that answer, so it is same. How can you say? You can see here X representing distance from, you can see that large magnitude charge. Okay, sorry, I can say the small magnitude charge. So here this is your X. So So this is, you can see that x, what is this distance? This is simply d minus x. याद करो कल का न्यूमेरिकल, कल हमने यही न्यूमेरिकल सॉल्व किया था मगर बेसिक मेथड के साथ, और हमारा आंसर आ रहा था 10 सेंटीमीटर। और यहाँ पे भी चेक करो कि 10 सेंटीमीटर, बिकॉज दिस इज योर x, so this is 6 centimeter. So what is this distance? Obviously 16 minus 6, so 10. So what is the distance of this point P from Q1 charge? It is 10, and from Q2 charge it is, you can see that 6 centimeter. This is called internal point. There is one more probability, or I can say that possibility. So we'll discuss the next. It is called external point. So we'll write here for external point. So you can consider, suppose this one is the point S. S is the, you can see the external point. Now forget about this point B. So these are the two charges separated by distance d, and this is the point where potential becomes 0. So how can you obtain the answer of this? X is equal to d upon QL upon QS minus 1. This one is the most heavy point. Again, d is the distance between two charges. QL large magnitude charge, QS small magnitude charge. Set up the values as per the given situation. D here 16 upon QL. QL here 5 divided by 3 minus 1. So x 16 3 is 48. 48 divided by 5 minus 3, you know that 5 minus 3, so 2. So x here 24 centimeter. Again question arises in your mind. Why? Because yesterday that answer was in the form of 40. But same story here, just check it. This is, you can see that again we have considered this distance x. Once again, whenever you apply these shortcuts, then you have to measure distance from small magnitude charge. Yesterday I mentioned this point, no doubt in last lecture, but you can also apply this concept. So here x 24 centimeters, so this is 24 centimeter. So what is the answer? If you consider reference point Q1, or if you measure the distance from any single charge like Q1, then what is the answer? So 16 plus 24, that means 40 centimeter. So in this way we can easily solve this type of questions by using this type of shortcuts. So remember these two very IMP formulae, because this type of shortcuts can play very important role in, we can say, the competitive exams. Now I'll move towards the next topic. So very important topic. So be alert, because today we'll discuss only some conceptual points, that means JEE NEET related questions. So be ready. One more point. Okay. और वो मैं खास ये कहना चाहता हूँ कि जब भी आप ये वीडियो लेक्चर्स के सामने बैठे या बैठते हो, तब आप जिसे कह सकते हैं नोटबुक, पेन और टेक्स्ट बुक लेके बैठे, और जो भी इंपॉर्टेंट पॉइंट्स लगे वो नोट करते जाओ। साथ में ये जाने वाला नहीं है, नो डाउट, क्योंकि ये आपके पास अब स्टोर हो गया है, नो डाउट, मगर फिर भी मीनवाइल जब आप पढ़ते हो तभी एक बार वहाँ पे उसका, जिसे कह सकते हैं, बराबर एनालिसिस होना चाहिए। दूसरा इंपॉर्टेंट पॉइंट मैं खास कहना चाहता हूँ कि ये आमने सामने वाला लेक्चर नहीं, ये वीडियो लेक्चरिंग प्रोसेस है। इस लेक्चरिंग प्रोसेस में सबसे बड़ा फायदा क्या होता है? सबसे बड़ा फायदा होता है कि अगर आपने ये न्यूमेरिकल एक बार अच्छी तरह एनालिसिस किया, फिर भी आपको लगता है कि थोड़ा कसर रह गया, तो आप दूसरी बार देखो, बार बार देखो, डोंट वरी। जब भी फ्री पढ़ो तब अपना टेक्नोलॉजी का यूज करो और सभी रिवाइज करते रहो। जो पॉइंट्स वीक लगे उसको ज़्यादा रिवाइज करो, जो पॉइंट्स अच्छे आते हैं उसको अपने आप ट्राई करो सॉल्व करने की। तो आज से ये लाइव लेक्चर जैसा बनाने के लिए जब भी आप ये वीडियो लेक्चरिंग थ्रू एनालिसिस करते हो या स्टडी करते हो, तब नोटबुक, पेन और टेक्स्ट बुक साथ में ही रखना है विथ कैलसी, ताकि अपन लोग जो भी क्वेश्चन दे, जनरली बाकी सब वीडियो लेक्चरिंग में ऐसा नहीं होगा, वो सिर्फ पढ़ाने का ही काम करते हैं। हम यहाँ पे पढ़ाने के साथ साथ आपके साथ भी आप सामने बैठे इस तरह ही, जिसे कह सकते हैं कि एजुकेशन देने की कोशिश करेंगे, ताकि आप भी अपना लाइव डिस्कशन कर सको। ओके, सो सबसे पहले जिसे कह सकते हैं कि अब अपन लोग एक और कदम आगे बढ़ने जा रहे हैं, दैट मींस JEE NEET डेरिवेशन। सो जस्ट कंसंट्रेशन रिक्वायर्ड प्लीज। नाउ we would like to think about relationship between electric field E and potential V. Most IMP, relationship between electric field and potential. Generally, this one is the most time with theory, no doubt. In this chapter, after we can say the few lectures, we will derive this formula. But today, we will derive general formula. Just concentration required. What is the electric field due to charge? Electric field due to charge, it is K Q by R square. And what is the electric potential due to charge? It is K Q by R. Now, if you take the ratio of these two equations, then answer E by V is equal to KQ by R square upon KQ by R. So what's the final answer? E by V is equal to 1 by R. So E is equal to V by R. Most IMP, I can say Dhum formula, one type of golden equation. In future, we will apply this type of, we can say, the concept very well and frequently. Keep in mind, this is your chapter number 2, but in future, if you consider last chapter of this standard 12, it is 14 number semiconductor devices. In this chapter also, we will apply this concept. So now we understand what is the importance of this equation. E is equal to V by R. Anytime this type of two quantities, electric field and potential given, then this relationship play very important role. Don't forget. So just remember, keep in mind, E is equal to V by R. Now from this point, what is the unit of V? V, that means volt, energy potential, and R, that means distance, that means meter. Now remember, chapter number 1, whenever we discuss topic like electric field, at that time we discussed two units of electric field. Number 1, Newton per coulomb, and number 2, volt per meter. Newton per coulomb very easily available because electric field, that means force per unit charge. So Newton per coulomb. But at that time, volt per meter, we know that very well. At that time, I didn't give any type of hint about this because it is associated with this chapter. Now you understand volt per meter. That's the right, we can say, the unit. So now you understand why electric field possesses two units, Newton per coulomb and volt per meter. This is also very happy point. But don't forget, this formula is equal to V by R. And now we'll try to solve one question based on this formula. So be ready for it. Now what is the importance of this equation? You can easily understand because of this question. So there are two spheres. This is the question. There are two spheres. Let the radius of first one is R1 and the radius of the second sphere is R2. Second sphere here. Ready? Two spheres in front of you, charge sphere. Here R1, R2. Let the electric field at the surface of first sphere is E1 and electric field at the surface of second surface is E2. If, this is the condition given, if E1 by E2 is equal to R1 by R2, if E1 by E2 is equal to R1 by R2, then find the ratio of potential at these two surfaces. Let the V1 is the potential on the surface of first sphere, and V2 is the potential at the surface of second sphere. Then you have to find V1 and V2. Okay, apply your logic and try to solve it. Okay friends, now we'll discuss the solution of this. So most of students have applied his or her logic. What is the answer? So we'll check it here. What is the importance of this question? We'll check it, but first of all, how can we obtain answer? Here we would like to find V1 by V2. So we have idea about the relationship between electric field and potential. E is equal to V by R. So what's the V? So it is E into R. Now you understand. If you take the ratio of V1 to V2, so V1 by V2 is equal to E1 into R1 upon E2 into R2. But E1 by E2, it is already given R1 by R2. So V1 by V2 is equal to R1 by R2 multiply by again R1 by R2. So final answer V1 by V2 is equal to R1 square upon R2 square, and that's your answer. और अगर आपका आंसर आता है सो वेरी गुड, क्योंकि जाने अनजाने में आपने एक बेस्ट क्वेश्चन सोल्व किया. दिस क्वेश्चन ऑलरेडी आस्किंग JEE 8th April and sorry 8th January, and it is 2020. You can see that 2020 related question. So 2020 में पूछा हुआ क्वेश्चन हमने डिस्कस किया मोस्ट IMP. So January, sorry we can say the JEE 2020 most important. Recently this question is already asked in examination. So now you understand what's the importance of this question. E is equal to V by R. Now we'll move towards the next. If you obtain this answer, very good. Now think about the next. अब अपन लोग एक और क्वेश्चन सोल्व करना चाहते हैं, ये भी बहुत ही इंटरेस्टिंग. आज हमने 4 फॉर्मूले डिस्कस किए थे, उसमें से हमने बोला 2 जो फॉर्मूले ऐसे उसके ऊपर हम लोग काम करना चाहते हैं. जो मैं क्वेश्चन देने जा रहा हूँ उसके लिए आपको थोड़ा टाइम लगे. टेक योर टाइम. So what is the question? Here in certain region electric field is given. It is AX plus B I cap. There is a region. In this region electric field is given by using this equation. Here A and B are constant. A is equal to 20 unit and B is equal to 10 units. Don't worry. This A and B also given. Now next point. Okay, now we discuss, we can say the next, what is the next point? Here at a distance, that means at x is equal to 1 unit, potential is V1, and at x is equal to minus 5, potential is V2. So what's your target? You have to find potential difference V1 minus V2. So these are the, we can say there's some important informations given, just check it. In certain region electric field is given by using equation Ax plus B I cap. Here A and B are constant, the values of constant given 2010. At x is equal to 1 meter or 1 unit, what is the potential V1? And at a distance pi minus pi unit, what is the potential V2? So you have to find V1 minus V2. Already it is, you know that variable, it is called potential difference between 2 points, and already I have given equation about the PD or potential at any one point with respect to other also. I have given formula about it. So apply this type of logic, whatever the formula power with you, and try to obtain the answer. Take your time, don't worry. Start. Okay friends, so once again in certain region electric field is given, A, B constant, potential at x is equal to 1 is V1 and potential at x is equal to minus pi V2. Your target to find v1 minus v2. So what is the meaning of v1 minus v2? v1 minus v2, that means potential at point 1 with respect to point 2, or potential difference between 1 and 2. So we have idea about the formula, integration minus E dot dr. Okay, and here in this type of scenario, how can you set up the limit? So just wait. First of all, set up the values. Automatically here variable indicating the type of limit or answer of limit. Check it. Is equal to minus E. It is ax plus b I cap. And you know that dr, because of this type of questions already we discussed in last lecture. So ax plus b I cap dxi plus dyj, this is your E I cap dot I cap. That means you know that very well, 1 I dot I, and I dot j, it is 0. So one point is clear. Final answer ax plus b into dx. अब ये dx चिल्ला चिल्ला के बता रहा है, कृपया x रिलेटेड टर्म का इंटीग्रेशन करो और लिमिट भी x के फॉर्म में, तो x के फॉर्म में हमारे पास आंसर है. अगर हम लोग जानते हैं पोटेंशियल एट पॉइंट 1 विथ रिस्पेक्ट टू t, sorry, with respect to 2, so 2 should be in the form of lower, so minus 5 to 1. This is, you can say that your final mathematical form. अब इसको आप सोल्व करो तो आंसर आएगा. मगर अब इसका सॉल्यूशन हम डिस्कस करते हैं. So just concentration required. How can we solve it? First of all, we'll start with, we can say that v1 minus v2. ऐसे पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू में इंटीग्रेशन है वो टर्म बाय टर्म. फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल think about integration of first step, then integration of second. So a constant, integration of only x dx, then plus, then b constant और इंटीग्रेशन ऑफ ओनली dx. इधर आप देख सकते हो कि a कांस्टेंट निकला, उसके बावजूद ये पहला जो टर्म है उसमें x बचता है, तो x का डिफरेंशिएशन होगा प्लस, तो प्लस. अब जो b है प्लस, अब जो b है वो कांस्टेंट के तौर पे बाहर आ जाए तो बचेगा कुछ नहीं. कुछ ना बचे. हमने बोला है कि मैथ्स का गॉड 1 है, जहाँ कोई नहीं होता वहाँ मैथ्स में गॉड 1 होता है. सो इधर हम लोग जानते हैं 1 dx. limit you are already familiar, minus 5 to 1, minus 5 to 1. But in this type of mathematical calculation, just beware about this minus sign. Minus sign, that means you know that very well, cobra. इससे बचना है, क्योंकि ये कहाँ ना कहाँ जिसे कह सकते हैं कि काफ़ी स्टूडेंट्स को काट चुका है. मीन्स ये इतना स्लिपरी केस है कि यहाँ पे आंसर इधर से इधर हो सकता है. मैं एग्जाम्पल थ्रू भी इसमें बताऊंगा. Just check it. Now we move towards the next point. v1 minus v2, minus sign, b bracket, a already 20. Now what is the integration of x? Integration of x, x square by 2. Lower limit minus 5 to 1. Then there is plus, plus. Then b. What is the integration of 1? You know that very well, dx. Integration of dx, x. Lower limit minus 5, upper limit 1. Bracket complete. Up to here any doubt? Integration of x, x square by 2, integration of dx, already dx. Now what's the next move? After taking integration, what is the move? And it is the common move, common mathematical move. Set up the limit. So just concentration required here. v1 minus v2, there is again minus sign, beware, 20. Now what's the move? Mathematical limit. First of all, upper limit minus lower limit. Very interesting point. So upper limit minus lower limit. First of all, set up upper limit 1. So 1 by 2. You can see that पहले 1 का square. Then plus. You can say minus. Upper limit minus lower limit. Minus lower limit, that means minus 5 the whole square divided by 2. Just check it. 1 square minus 5 square, then plus, then b already here 10, then again x, upper limit minus lower limit, upper limit 1 minus lower limit minus 5, bracket complete, b bracket complete. Ready? Check it here. First of all, upper minus lower for first term, then upper minus lower for the second. Now, V1 minus V2 is equal to minus 20. Here 2 common. So 20 divided by 2, 10. 1 square 1 minus 5 square. You know that very well, 25. So minus 25 plus 10. 1 minus minus plus plus 5. So you can see that V1 minus V2 minus 25 minus 1, that means minus 24. So minus 240, and here 5 plus 1 multiplied by 10, that means 60. So V1 minus V2 minus 240 plus 60 and 180, but minus 180, that means answer plus 180 volt, and that's your answer. Ready? So if you obtain this answer, very good, because what is the importance of this question? This question is already asked in JEE 2019 January, you can see. So very happy. This is the question from JEE 2019. Previously we have discussed JEE 2020. So you can see this all questions or all formula are very important, and check the applications. Okay, ऐसे क्वेश्चन है उसके रिलेटेड कुछ पॉइंट्स असाइनमेंट में रखे जाएंगे. ओके, तो आगे बढ़ने से पहले एक बात, हमने ऑलरेडी एक सिस्टमेटिकल वे में शुरू कर दिया है पढ़ाई. अब आपको 2-3 पॉइंट्स का खास ख्याल रखना है. नंबर एक तो डे टू डे ये एनालिटिकल पॉइंट और एक पर्टिकुलर टाइम को फॉलो करो. मैंने देखा है कि ये जो फेस टू फेस टीचिंग और वीडियो लेक्चरिंग जो है उसमें एक ही प्रॉब्लम है कि मन भावने सिस्टम हो जाती. डोंट डू दिस. एक पर्टिकुलर टाइम टेबल को फॉलो करो. 4:30 से 5:30, मतलब 4:30 से 5:30. हाँ, मजबूरी में आपको इधर उधर जाना हो, कोई प्रॉब्लम दूसरे हो, तो आप जिसे कह सकते हैं कि इधर उधर टाइम कर सकते हो. दूसरी बात मैंने बोला, जब भी फ्री पढ़ो तब ये सब वीडियोस को देखते रहो, एनालिसिस करते रहो. फिजिक्स ऐसी चीज़ है, उसको बार बार देखो, कंसेप्चुअल पावर लो, फॉर्मूले को आप बनाओ और उसका एप्लीकेशन. और एक बार देखने के बाद नोटबुक में अपने आप ये सब को सोल्व करने की कोशिश करो. जहाँ भी रुको, जहाँ पता ना चले तो वापस ट्राई करो कि कहाँ पे प्रॉब्लम हो रहा है, और उसको निगलेक्ट या जिसे कह सकते हैं कि रेक्टिफाई करने की कोशिश करो. दूसरा पॉइंट, हमने होमवर्क सिस्टम शुरू कर दिया है, यानी जो चले उसका होमवर्क आपको मैसेज थ्रू पता चली जाता है, वो भी ट्राई करो. अच्छी चीज़ें आती है उसको एक बार प्रैक्टिस करो, जिसमें प्रॉब्लमेटिक पॉइंट है वो 1-2 बार और प्रैक्टिस करो. तीसरा पॉइंट, असाइनमेंट हमने शुरू किया है, प्रैक्टिस वर्क. वेबसाइट के ऊपर आज ही हमने देखा, कल का हमने होमवर्क देखा, कल आपने पहला प्रैक्टिस सेशन शुरू किया जिसमें मैंने 8 क्वेश्चन दिए थे. इस तरह डेली क्वेश्चन दिए जाएंगे. जेडब्ल्यू नीट है वो सोल्व करना शुरू करो. उसमें कोई डाउट हो तो मुझे मैसेज करो, अपन लोग इधर वो सोल्व करेंगे. सो वेरी इंटरेस्टिंग पॉइंट वी हैव डिस्कस, एंड नाउ वी मूव टुवर्ड्स द नेक्स्ट लेवल. ओके फ्रेंड्स, सो जस्ट you can see these are the very important formulae based on potential, potential difference, and potential due to charge. So we'll move towards the next point, and next point is very empty, but not we can say that this lecture. We'll think about the next point in next lecture. So thank you. Revise these all lectures continuously without any failure. Thanks.